Good afternoon, everyone. Now we have already taken a series of lectures related to UV visible spectroscopy chapter belonging to TY Basic Analytical Chemistry of semester 5 2019 pattern. In the last some lectures, we have learned about some applications associated with UV visible spectroscopy. In the last lecture, we have learned about the spectroscopic determination of titration, that is a titrimetric analysis of spectrophotometer. In that, copper is quantitatively determined with the help of PDTA and spectrophotometer. In the similar way, now today's lecture is associated with the determination of phenol. Now by this method, a traces of phenol is determined and with the help of spectrophotometry. So for this here, phenol is reacted with the 4-aminophenazone in presence of potassium cyanoferrate in an alkaline medium to give a particular dye, and this dye is colorimetric, is a spectrophotometric determined with the help of spectrophotometrically, and absorbance is determined. Through this absorbance, concentration of a particular phenol present in the sample is determined. So this is a working principle of this method. So 4-aminophenazone, when treated with a mild oxidizing agent such as hexacyanoferrate 3 ions in alkaline solution and in presence of phenol, react to form a dye which can be extracted with chloroform. The absorbance of this solution can be used to determine the amount of phenol present, and this is a good method for the determination of phenols. So this is in accord with the principle. So here phenol is treated with 4-aminophenazone, which is a good mild oxidizing agent, and further it will be extracted through the chloroform, and absorbance is determined. That alicot, the absorbance of that alicot is determined, and traces of phenol that can be determined. Now this is the actual reaction takes place in spectrophotometric determination. Here phenol, this is the phenol that will react with the phenazone derivative to give the further product, that is nothing but the dye in presence of potassium cyanoferrate in alkaline medium. This method can be applied to most phenols substituted on ortho or meta position. So OH group that should be attached to the ortho and meta position, so that we will measure the concentration of phenols. Also, along with that, phenols substituted in para position by phenolic, by alcoholic or methoxy groups, that can also be determined. Now reagents for this purpose are 4-aminophenazone. Now how to prepare 4-aminophenazone? Simply 3 gram of phenol, 3 gram of 4-aminophenazone is taken, and it is further diluted to 100 ml distilled water in a volumetric flask. Next reagent is potassium hexacyanoferrate 3. Now potassium hexacyanoferrate 3 is also called as a hexacyanoferrate 3 potassium. Now the name is similar. 2 gram of powder is taken and it is diluted to some distilled water, and further it will be, the volume should be make up to 100 ml distilled water in a volumetric flask, standard volumetric flask. Now next, third reagent is alicot of ammonia. So 4 molar ammonia is prepared. Now what should be the actual procedure involved in the determination of phenol? So dissolve sample in distilled water and take alicot which contain not more than 50 microgram of phenolic compound in distilled water. So we will can say quantity. That quantity is nothing but the 50 microgram, and that 50 microgram of phenolic compound that should be dissolved in a particular distilled water. Now the second point is that adjust the pH of the solution about 9.7 to 10.3 with the help of ammonia. So ammonia is added to maintain the pH of the solution, and this solution with the phenolic traces of phenol, that should be 50 microgram, which is diluted to 500 ml distilled water. Now 500 ml volumetric flask is used for the preparation of alicot. Now third point is that transfer in separating funnel. Now this solution is transferred to the separating funnel, and 1 ml of 1 ml solution, so 1 ml solution A, that is nothing but the reagent 1, and 10 ml of solution B, that is nothing but the reagent 2, that should be added into that separating funnel. Shake well for particular mixing and then carry out 3 extractions with the help of chloroform, and further quantity of chloroform is nothing but the 15 ml, 10 ml and 5 ml chloroform. So 3 extractions must be performed for the analysis, and that quantity is nothing but the 15, 10 and 5 ml chloroform. Now combine chloroform extract and make the volume to 30 ml. So total addition of chloroform extraction is nothing but 30 ml. The total quantity of chloroform is 30 ml. Measure the absorbance of the extract against the blank at 460 nanometer using 1 centimeter cells. Now the cuvette or cell is nothing but the 1 centimeter capacity. Here lambda max is determined and the lambda max value is given, that is 460 nanometer. To this lambda max value, the absorbance is measured with and without blank. The color may be fade after 10 minutes. So chloroform that should be evaporated earlier, that should be the time limit is there 10 minutes. So before 10 minutes it must be necessary to take the reading. So this is all about the procedure involved for the determination of phenol through spectrophotometrically, and this is a standard procedure for the determination of phenol, where traces of phenols, that is a 50 microgram of phenol, that can be determined. So that is nothing but the advantage of this method. So with this content I conclude this lecture. Thank you very much for your patience listening.